We have a major severe weather outbreak for multiple days with strong tornadoes, large to very large hail, and widespread damaging winds. And not to mention, we have significant flash flooding that can also occur here with this storm system. We're going to get you all the details that you need to know in this forecast. Make sure, if you are here, to subscribe to my channel for the latest weather information as we do daily videos on this channel. Like the video, give it a thumbs up, because this gets more information out to more and more people. The more likes we get, the more the video gets into the YouTube's algorithm. And again, share this video with friends, family, and on social media. We do have a high-risk day for severe weather today. This has been upgraded and expanded further south and west into southeastern Arkansas, eastern Arkansas, northwestern Mississippi, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, southern Illinois, and the boot heel of Missouri. So big cities here: Carbondale, Paducah, all the way down here into Memphis, areas here into portions just to the east of Little Rock really need to be on high alert today. And this is why you need to like the video and share this video with friends, family, and on social media, because again, we're going to be going over the finer details of what you can expect as we go through today. In the red, we have a cherry color here. That is a moderate risk of severe weather from southern Indiana and southern Illinois and Kentucky all the way back into northern Louisiana. A large orange area from North Texas all the way to southern lower Michigan, Chicago. Those areas we have a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk, and then of course the marginal and slight in the yellow and green surrounding that. The biggest threat today is driven by strong to intense long track tornadoes. Those are the tornadoes that could cause significant widespread damage to your town potentially, and this could also cause a change of life for people potentially in the path of these storms, right? So we need to be high alert across portions of that moderate and high risk area. We have a 15 to a rare 30% hatch risk for tornadoes. Literally could be talking about EF3, EF4 type of tornadoes today that could be on the ground for a long period of time, and that could extend all the way up there into Ohio and as far south and west as northeastern Texas. We are going to be also looking at the threat for numerous to widespread damaging winds, especially in this red hatched area. We could be seeing hurricane force wind gusts 75, perhaps even 80 miles per hour with the strongest of storms today. And then we have that hatched hail risk at 30% in the red from the Ohio Valley all the way back into north central Texas and Oklahoma. Those are where we could see baseball, even softball size hailstones as we go into this afternoon. So let's set the stage for you. Why are we seeing this such dangerous severe weather? Well, we have the mid and upper 60s dew points, anomalously moist for this time of year, lifting all the way up there into the Midwest and the southern Great Lakes. And this is a strong reservoir of instability for this time of year as well. Into the yellow and orange, that's 2,000 joules per kilogram. This is typically what you would see down in Dixie Alley, but not this far north, and that is some kind of worrisome as we go into the afternoon, especially when you couple that with the wind shear. Look at the wind shear here from the south at the surface where we live, and then as we go up into around a kilometer above our heads, it's out of the south and west. So we already have that kind of rolling motion in the atmosphere, and the speed shear too, because the winds increase with speed with height as well. So not only do they increase and turn with height, they are actually starting to shift gears as well and really start to get strong with height as well. So looking at the significant tornado parameter space, already high values here this morning, and those values are only going to climb as we go through the afternoon into that high risk area. 14s out of 10s. Yeah, that's breaking the scale. We're going to be watching out for those storms. So here we go this morning. We got the broken line of showers and storms. Some supercells already embedded here. Would not rule out a few tornadoes already back here from the Midwest southward toward Texas. Definitely a possibility late this morning. As we go into the afternoon here, we're going to be watching this line re-intensifying, and we're watching out for any cells that develop out ahead of that main line. If we have any supercells developing out ahead of that main line by themselves, those could pose the best chance for those strong, intense, even violent tornadoes that could be on the ground for a long period of time. Otherwise, we're going to see numerous to widespread damaging winds, hail, and maybe even some flooding along with this line. But don't let this line fool you. This looks like a line, and normally with a line of storms, yes, you would see damaging winds and hail, but this is a lot of wind shear in the environment. We could even have strong to intense tornadoes on the leading edge of this line through this moderate and high risk area. So we're going to be keeping a very close eye on this. And the severe weather threat, once the sun goes down, doesn't go away. This continues to shift east into our friends of Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, northern Mississippi. Going to be dealing with that as we go go into the evening hours, and then that will shift eastward toward the mid-Atlantic, but continue to have a conveyor belt of storms through the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys back toward the Arklatex, and that could heighten the flooding threat as we go overnight. So here is the updraft helicity. Basically what this shows you, the brighter the color, the stronger the updrafts with these thunderstorms will be, and notice how long they are tracked from northeast Texas all the way to Ohio. So these storms, once they get going, it shows you that these are not going to be falling apart anytime soon. They could be producing damaging winds, large to very large hail, and those strong, intense, even those violent, long-track tornadoes today. Something to keep an eye on. Again, that's why you got to like the video and share this with friends and family to get the word out, because this is a dangerous day ahead. Now, as we go into tomorrow, April 3rd on Thursday, we have another slight risk of severe weather from portions of Pennsylvania, Maryland, all the way back to Texas again. And yeah, you're looking at this and you're saying, well, that's a lot of similar areas. Well, you're right, because we do have another chance for damaging winds here. We have another chance for some significant hail from northeast Texas, including the Dallas-Fort Worth area, southeast Oklahoma tomorrow into the Little Rock area, Pine Bluffs, and Shreveport. And then we have a heightened tornado threat in areas that have a high risk for tornadoes today. We'll have another threat for tornadoes again tomorrow at a 5% chance across northeast Texas, southeast Oklahoma, much of south central Arkansas, northern Louisiana into Mississippi, into portions of Tennessee and Kentucky again. And even that tornado threat extending up as a 2% in the green, all the way through the lower Ohio River Valley and into the mid-Atlantic. So looking here at the central sector, we're going to be seeing some storms already ongoing Thursday morning and supercells potentially developing Thursday afternoon. Notice how they're discrete, semi-discrete here. Would not be shocked to see an upgrade to an enhanced risk across especially Arkansas as we go into tomorrow afternoon, as those supercells move through. Some stronger tornadoes possible once again, big hail, big winds, and then that will continue to cruise through flash flooding risk as well as we go into Thursday evening. The eastern sector, we're going to be watching out for just waves of showers and storms. We got a wave coming through in the morning, a little bit of a break, and then another wave in the afternoon and evening, and they'll just continue to produce a lot of heavy rain, damaging winds, large hail, and a threat for some isolated tornadoes out there. Going into Friday, again, yes, very similar areas for severe weather. Texas, southeast Oklahoma, Arkansas again, up into the mid-Mississippi Valley there on Friday. Saturday, we're still seeing similar areas, an upgrade to an enhanced risk already on Saturday, April 5th. And then finally by Sunday, yes, we still have severe weather, but it's at least shifting further east into some newer areas, into Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. And hopefully by Sunday, after that, we can have a break from the severe weather. So here is the waves of showers and storms we're anticipating here, and notice they just kind of train over the same areas all the way through Saturday, Sunday, and then finally by next Monday, maybe some storms around, but they'll low-end threat for severe weather. So at least the heightened days, like today and the next couple days, all the way through Saturday, after that, we should be able to kind of breathe a sigh of relief as we get towards the latter half of the weekend. This is going to be a big rainfall producer, okay? The mid-Mississippi Valley here is not only the bullseye for severe weather, but it's a bullseye for some heavy rainfall. And we zoom it in here and notice this is the national blend of models, and it's conservative most times as it gives you an average of what all the models on ensembles are showing, and it's showing a widespread 6 to 10 inches here from portions of southeast Oklahoma through much of the state of Arkansas, southeast Missouri, southern Illinois up into southern Indiana, western Tennessee, northwest Mississippi, west central Kentucky, southern Indiana, and then the southwestern Ohio there. And there could be a bullseye here around Paducah, Bowling Green, maybe over here toward Clarksville, Tennessee, Memphis, Jonesboro, Arkansas, and even the Boot Heel of Missouri that could get over a foot of rain as we go through that Monday, April 7th timeframe. Some isolated areas, potentially up to 15 inches of rain during that time frame. Here is the break that we get. We get a ridge out west, a trough out east as we go into the second week of April between the 7th and the 12th time frame, cooling off. So the severe weather by next week will be a distant memory as we're going to actually be getting a lot colder in the greens. These are temperature anomalies, 20 to 25 degrees below normal. Frost and freeze risks will be reintroduced across the eastern United States, whereas the western half of the United States will be warming up out there. And most importantly, after this very heavy rain and flooding threat, we actually dry out in a big way as we go into the second week of April, at least through the 12th time frame, after which we're going to see a ridge try to progress further east. The ridge out west is going to try to shift east in at least the central United States. Still seeing at least a weak signal for a trough over here in the eastern U.S. between the 12th and 17th of April. That could hang on to some cooler temperatures, but I think we'll be warming up across the plains in parts of the Midwest once we get into the third week there of April. 60s, 70s, and 80s being reintroduced into the forecast. Right now, it looks like we're going to enjoy those 60s, 70s, and 80s once they do come back into the third week of April because drier weather. But we'll have to watch the northwest flow over the apex of that ridge. Could be having some active weather in southern Canada and into the northern tier of the United States, and that could reintroduce more heavy rain and severe weather prospects. But that is, again, not until the third week of April. Thank you all for watching. Today is going to be a very dangerous day. There's no sugarcoating it. Make sure to have multiple ways to receive severe weather watches and severe weather warnings, whether that's a NOAA weather radio, your local TV meteorologist, a YouTuber that you're watching live. Make sure that you have multiple ways to receive severe weather watches and warnings today. A dangerous day and a dangerous night and a dangerous next several days ahead as well for severe weather, strong tornadoes, large to very large hail, widespread damaging winds, and a significant flash flooding threat here for day after day. So it's going to be a cumulative effect. Like the video, give it a thumbs up, share this video with as many people as you can, friends, family, and on social media. Subscribe to my channel for the latest. We'll keep you updated. If you want rapid fire updates, the best thing to do is follow me on my Twitter page at hweather420. It's in the description down below the video. Follow me there for more rapid fire updates and all of that stuff. Thank you all for watching. God bless everybody. Stay safe out there.